there any question you want to ask about the previous assignment? Should we start with the new one?
Hello,
Yes.
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
हेलो
Yes. Good afternoon.
सर एक्चुअली ना प्लेन लेने में प्रॉब्लम आती है तो आप एक बार प्लेन का बता दो
Okay.
एंगल प्लेन कैसे लेते हैं
I'm going to show you how to create planes today. Planes will be covered in this session. If you have any questions related to the assignment, you can ask. Today I'm going to cover the data, planes, axis, points.
सर कैन यू प्लीज स्पीक लाउडली
Hello. Wait a second. Yeah. Can you hear me? Hello.
यस सर यस यस
Okay. So I'm going to cover in this training the planes from the datum. I'm going to start with a new file. There are the datums. We're going to start with the plane, axis, point, and coordinate system, and comes out from here from point. If you have any question till now from the previous session, you can ask, or I'm going to start. No questions? Okay.
Sir, how to perform a circular pattern?
Circular pattern. So we are going to also cover the patterns also. Datums and the patterns that are left for the session. Okay. So going to start with the pattern first. How to create the pattern. So first you have to create some parts from here. I'm going to create a rectangular shape. Okay, the height something like that, and another rectangular shape that is here, and again with some height like that. Okay, so now we have some pattern option here, but you can see pattern is not enabled. So to enable these options, just select the object or select the feature. You will see pattern and the mirror are now available. So click on the pattern. Now you are directly in the pattern. So to apply different types of pattern and select from the drop down menu, you have several pattern options. Okay. So for the rows and column, we have two types: dimension and direction. For the circular, we have the axis. For the fill, directly fill and table and curve and point. And different type of pattern. Going to start with the direction first. After that, we will cover the dimension. So you know how to create the array in the AutoCAD. It is similar to that. In this, you have to just define two directions. Select the direction. There are two options, or you can go here. You can see there are two directions. First, I'm going to select an edge. You can select an axis. Okay. So you can see here this is the edge one. Okay. And between gap you can define from here like that. You can increase it from this point. Okay, and you can also define it from here 4 by 1 rectangle. So for number of items you can see this is one. Now you can see here there are two items, the first one and the second. You can increase the item. You want to change the direction, just click here, direction will be here, click again, direction will be here. So define the gap according to your drawing. You define 150. So now this is the pattern for the first direction. For the second direction, you have to select the second. Okay. You have to click here first. and after that you can select the second direction. You can see the direction is right now in this side. You can directly drag it like that, or you can just click here the flip, find the value between gap and one that is under and number of items. You can see everything can be created like that. So click here and you will see the shapes like that. Okay, you can see there is the pattern. In that the picture you have created will be consumed in the pattern, and you can see every part is individual in there. You can hide any part. Okay, to hide a part there is an option that is suppress. Click OK, and it will suppress the whole pattern command. Okay, so how to hide some particular feature in the pattern? For that, go to the edit pattern. You will see there are some yellow points with a black marker in between. So you can just click on the part. You will see this is not yellow right now, so this will not be visible in the pattern to complete. You see that it's not. Go to the edit and you can just click on those and they will be excluded from the pattern. Go back if you want to include, just click again and they will be included in the pattern. Click OK and the pattern come out. Yeah. So now go to the edit. Now we will cover some options in between the pattern. So what are the options available? There is no options right now. Go here. We have some tunnel options. So the main option will be here in the dimension. If you go in the dimension, there is some option you can select two dimensions or multiple dimensions and you can vary the dimension. Okay. Right now we only have two dimensions, that is this 150 and this 150. So if we click here, you will see the whole object, the whole feature that we have created earlier. Now you will see all the dimensions right here. Now you can modify anything you want. Like I want to increase the dimension. This one. Okay, you can see that I have clicked here and you will see the dimension here. You will see the increment here, that is 63. I'm going to change that in every new pattern type or in every new step. I want to change the value. I want to increase this size. I want to increase the length of this pattern to 5 mm. Okay, so in every pattern this object will be enlarged with the help with the increment of 5 mm. If I click OK, you will see in every object, this is the first pattern, this is the second, third, fourth. You will see every feature will be every feature is enlarged in the next step. So if this is 60, it is 65, 70, 75, like that. Okay. First, I'm going to edit some dimension. I'm going to specify the one proper dimension. So this is 249, 560, this is 63, 60. Specify some proper values like that. Uh, let's do here, that is one. So I will click go to the regenerate option here. The object will be placed. Now you can see the objects are extruded like that. 5 mm implemented there. So if you go to the pattern, if you want to change anything else, you can go to dimension. Okay. So this change will be happen in direction one only. If you want to change something in the direction two, you can do that also. I want that in the direction two, when these patterns appear, I want to change its height, and the height increment should be of 20. Okay, So here it is 200, next would be 220, next would be 240. Click OK, you will see the change in height like that. This is the 20 increment, and in this direction you will see the change in the size of the object. It will be the 5 increment after this. Okay, so these are the options in the increment. You can increment and apply increment values from the. You can apply multiple values in a single direction. Like you want to also change its width from 40 to the increment of 2. OK, and the object will also be incremented with the width and then both lengths. Okay, is it clear? Any question till now? The dimension and the direction. So in this way you can create a pattern. If you want to delete the pattern, no, don't just go to and delete it like that. It will also remove the feature that you have created earlier. If you want to delete a pattern, just go to the right click, select delete pattern only, and the pattern will be deleted and the feature will be on it. Okay. So again, going to add it. Okay. So we have defined some values here and it is 40. So now you will see that when I apply the change in the 60, change will appear in this direction, in the downward direction. Why did that happen? Because we have this line, this edge at a distance of 150 from the center. Okay, so this dimension will remain similar in all the patterns. Okay, when we apply the increment in this, so this 150 will remain same and the increment will be happen in this direction. If you want to create an increment in upper direction, you have to define a value from this side to this here and this side to here. Anyone can apply. I'm going to define that this should be, I'm going to delete this dimension and apply a distance from here to here, that this should be 50. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. Now when I apply the pattern, direction pattern in the first direction, okay, with the number of items 5 and with the increment of 100, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So go to the dimension, click here, and you can see some values. I want to increment to 60 with the increment value of 5. Click OK, and you can see that the change will appear in this side. Okay, if we have applied the value from this side, the change will appear in downward direction. This will be the effect in the pattern. Then apply the pattern on impact. If you have any question in the direction pattern, you can ask, or else I'm going to dimension pattern. So going to move with the dimension pattern. Since again the similar type, in dimension you have to select the dimension for the direction, and select this dimension and you can define the between gaps that you need. I'm going to define 150 value on the next side. So you can go on in the dimension and you can see the increment is 150 in this direction. So go to define minus 150 and object in this direction. Number of items should be 2 or 5. Okay, for the second side I'm going to select this one and I'm going to define the increment of 100. Okay, and the number of items is 3. So it is similar to the dimension, but instead of selecting the edge you have to select the dimension for the rest. You can also define some other increment by just selecting the dimension that we have selected in the previous option and click OK, and the object is created. Okay, it's similar to the direction pattern. apply, yeah, select some dimension instead of direction. Okay. Any question? Next, we are going to cover that is circular pattern or the axis pattern. For that, we are going to create a new file, and here I'm going to create a circular profile that is on front or right. Okay. So find the center. Okay. So sketch. Now, click here and select the axis of rotation. Go to the revolve. Click OK. Revolve. Now I want to create a hole here. So I'm going to define the hole with the help of hole command. Select the face, right click, go to the offset reference. First this one, second will be this one. So the values that we define is 0 and I'm going to restrict the entire. Okay, this will be the hole. Now I have to pattern this hole in the circular way. Select the object, go to the pattern, select the axis type from here. Now you have to select the axis of rotation. For that, you have the axis in the center. Now you can see there are 4 objects. Increase the number of items from here. Like A, you will not see any change. You will only see 4 items because we have applied an angle
Sir,
of
which
90
axis
degrees. Yes,
which axis you have selected?
I have selected the center axis from here. This one,
Can you show it again?
like that.
Sir, we have to click what?
Okay, first select the feature you want to apply pattern. Go to the pattern. Go to
Okay,
here and select the axis. Okay, axis type
okay.
of pattern. After that, you have to select the axis.
Then
We have the axis on every cylindrical object. Okay, click here and
this
this
axis
will be
we have to
created.
select. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, so now if you increase the number of items to 6 or 8, it will not show you the number of items increased because we have the angle 90-degree in between the feature so that after 4 the other two will overlap on this. So to convert this to 360, you just have to click here and the whole of thing will change from 360. Now it will divide 360 with the help of number of items and the angle will be calculated. If you just click here, here you can define the between gap like that also. Okay, so just click here, go to the 360 and define the number of items and just click OK. Your object will be created. Okay, you will see that every circular feature has an axis like that. Every circular hole or a cylinder will have a axis. Okay, here the circular pattern.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Now again we have some options. Similar options. If you want to increase some value, you can do that. Like you want to increase size, the dia. I want to define the increment of 5 mm in every circular entity. You can see the size will increase in this direction. Okay. You can also increase or decrease the between gap like that. I want to change the between gap. I want to define the increment from 150 to minus 5. Okay. So every object will be created in internal side. Okay, they will be dragged inside. The PCD will change now. Okay, we have some gap here like 150 here it will be 145, 140, 135, 130, 125. You can change anything in the pattern. So very easy command to and very helpful command. So this is the circular pattern. After that we have another type. Select the feature, go to the pattern. Now we have a fill type, table type. Okay. Before that, I will cover a reference type pattern. You see, the reference type is not available right now. So, what is the main reason of reference type? Reference will be applied on previous patterns only. If you have any pattern and if you apply any new feature like you apply a fillet on a pattern or on a feature, now you can apply this fillet on every feature you have created with the help of pattern. So go to the select the round, go to the pattern, and now you can see it will by default select only the reference, not so every other feature option will be disabled. Only select the reference type. Okay, and if you click OK, all the features will be applied. Right. So let me do here for now. So this is the reference. Reference will apply the reference feature on all the pattern entities. Cannot select like I'm going to select the pattern from here. You apply a round like that. Okay. Now if you select both two, whole and round, the pattern will be disabled. You can only create a pattern like that for axis, select axis, number of items like that. After that, select the round and go to the pattern. You will be able to apply that on the clip like that. Okay. You cannot apply a fillet with that with other features in a single pattern command. Here, the next option we have is the fill pattern. With fill pattern, you have to create a boundary in which you want to create the pattern. I want to create some pattern here. And like okay, so leave it like that. This is our boundary. I want to create some feature, these features in here, or I want to create something new like I'm going to create a fruit cut in here, and I want to cut plant rectangular shape like that. Okay, and no material. We can see this is a hole. I want to apply this hole in this fill item. You can go select the feature, pattern, go to the fill, and in fill it will ask area to be filled. I want this area to be filled. Now you can see the pattern will be applied only in this area, not on the whole area, only this area. And there are some options in that. First option is how you want to create the pattern. It is in this shape or this shape, this one, this one, okay, this one, this one. You can select any type. Right now, I'm going to select first one. So there is a gap between two entities. You can find the gap between two entities from here or from here. I want that gap to be 20. After that we have some option here. That is the distance any pattern member can do from the boundary. This option is the gap from the boundary. From the outside, you can see some feature will be created on the boundary. Okay, so I don't want them to be on the boundary. I want some offset that is of 10 mm. So from the boundary, every pattern will have some offset that is at least of 10 mm. Okay. So this is the angle. If you want to create them at an angle, then you can specify like that or like that. This is the angle. We will have some gap from here. Okay. These are the options. Just click OK and your pattern will be created like that. This is the fill pattern. You can create any shape and you can create a fill pattern with that. This is the pattern. Show the sketch from here. Now you can select this one also. You can go here, the fill, and select the boundary. So to create the boundary, uh, there is option to select the boundary. Now we don't have any boundary because the pattern will be created right after the feature. So you can just create a boundary from here also and define the boundary like I want boundary like this one. Okay. And you can see your feature is here, but the pattern will be created under here. Find the between gap that should be 100 and all the other options so that you can create. Now you will see if you see the sketch section one, you can see the rectangle shape, the boundary I have created for this one, and now you can see we have the object on the boundary line also due to the non-availability of the offset from boundary option. Okay, you have to apply some offset distance to apply that there and the offset distance. Apply some offset in like 10. Okay, and you will see there will be no offset on the boundary now. Okay, it will have some distance that is at least 10 mm. And if it is overlapping, it will not create that offset. Okay, this is the fill command. If you have any questions. Next option we have is the curve driven and the table. First, we are going to use curve and point. So for curve driven, we have to use curve. So there are two types again. Select the path, go to the curve. You have to select the curve from here if you have created earlier, or if you want to create now, go to the reference, define the sketch and create a curve. So curve can be created with the help of sine, line, and like you want. Click OK, and your part will be created with the help of that curve. Just click OK, your part will be created like that. You go to the edit and define the gap between those two and the spacing between the pattern member. I want the gap to be at 100. The object will be created after the gap of 100 from each other. If you want to specify the number of items, you can just click here. The gap will be removed and the number of items will be there. I want the number of items to be 7. There will be 7 number of items in the shape of that curve. Okay. This is the curve option. You can apply a curve from here. Okay. Now the next option we have is the point. In the point type, you have to choose some point instead of some curve. Use the pattern. You can create the point later or earlier. I'm going to create the point first. So the point should be created with these data points. Okay. But if I click here and create with these points, click OK, and you will see an error. The section is incomplete for the reason listed in message area. In message area, we get section must contain metric entity for the feature. Okay, so these are the reference geometries. Point will be not accepted as geometry. So for that you have to create some point from there, datum. So if you create any datum point, they will be considered as metric. Okay. Wait a second. No. You can complete the sketch with both sides. Okay. I'm just going to delete that. Just going to create a sketch on that. Try to create sketch with this point. Click OK, click yes. Sketch will be completed, but there will be nothing there. Okay. So if you have to create some point, you don't have to just go to the sketch, just go there and you can specify some points like that. Or you can just go to the pattern directly, go to the point, go to the reference. There is a sketch. You can define some points from here now. Okay. So define some points like that. Click OK. And now you can select. Okay. You go here. Cannot select these points. Okay. So go to the reference, add it, and select these points. You can see I have created some points like that. Now those points will be selected as the reference. These one will not be selected. So what is the difference? Because the points I have now created are the datum types, and the point here I have created earlier was the sketch type point. They will be not considered as the reference. Again, we select the object, go to the pattern, go to the point, and go to reference, define a sketch, and there you have to create some datum point, not this point. Go to the point, define the location, click OK, and this is the point which is selected as the reference location. You can just click here and the object is created like that. Got it? Any questions on the point? Okay. The last option we have in the pattern is the table driven pattern. We can create some table and from that table we can create the pattern. Okay. So create the table driven, select the table. Okay. Now you have to select some dimension. I'm going to select the dimension I want to add it in the table. I want to change the location like that. Okay, like that. And I want to add it everything, the height, length, width, location. Now you can see there is the option to edit the table and go to the table, add it, and there is the table. Wait for 2 seconds. Okay. So here is the table now. You can see we have some values that this is 3, this is 10. So like that we have some dimensions. Okay. So now we have some values and we are not able to see which dimension which one. Cancel first, fix it out. I'm going to edit the sketch. Okay. Now option was in the SolidWorks. Pattern, table, and select the dimension. Okay. So these are the values. You can just click here or click here. You can change them or you can just double click. Okay. You can just type a value. The first value is 50. I want now the value to be at 70. You can see the change. So now click here. I want this 250 to be around 150, and this 40 I want that to be around 50, and this 60 I want that to be at 70, and 200 I want to increase that height 180. For next, I want to increase, I want to remain with the maximum state, and this 150 should be at 0, and this range I need 35, and this should be 60, and this gap I need is 50. Okay. So if you close that, okay, you have to specify here one. Okay. You have to also specify the number. Now, if you see, we have some objects here. Let's go to OK. Now you can see I have created some change here. First was there was some gap here that was 50. Now this gap is 70 now. There was some gap of 250. Now this gap is of 150, and this gap is 0. There was 40 gap. Now this is 50, and this is 55. This was 60. This was 70, and this is 60 again. So like this way you can see the values of a table. Go to the table, find or edit the table from here. Okay, you can see the dimension I have selected. The table dimensions are here. You can remove the dimension, or you can go to the table and edit the table form. And questions in the table. Any question in the table? Okay. So click OK, and the table the object will be created like that. And these are the pattern options that are available in the pattern command. If you want to know anything about the pattern, you can ask. I will give you some question in the assignment, and you have to create that from the option from table or pattern. Next, we are going to cover the datum, how you can create some datum. First option is plain. You can just select it with the help of P or click here. After that, you have to select some references. Now, how do you want to create a plane? First option is offset plane. You can select a face or a plane. I'm going to select this face. Is my audio clear or not? Clear. Then it's on your side. Not clear. Okay, everyone, if you can hear me clearly, you can see that. Those who cannot hear me clearly, please type in the message. Distortion like some voices. Now, can you hear me properly? Okay. So it was the AC that was creating some noise. So the first option is plane. You have to select the face from where you want to create the offset value like that. Okay, you can define the value from here. Should be according to your diagram. You can create an offset. You can create a parallel, a normal like that. Different options can be applied. Okay. So first option is offset. You can create an offset like that. If you want to create a mid plane, you can select first object, first plane like that, and press the control, select the other face. The mid plane will be applied automatically like that. Okay, if you want to have a plane in mid of some objects, you can create those two faces or those two planes. The object will be created in exactly at the center. Like I want to create in between in these two faces, you can see the plane is at the mid. Okay, so these are simple options how to create the offset or the mid-plane. You can see at first it is applied mid-plane and second it is applied parallel, and from those references this mid-plane is created. Okay, so I'm going to remove now. So second option is if you want to create up to some point, like if you want to create a plane with the reference of a point, you can see there will be no gap in between. You can select a point and a plane, and a new plane will be created at that point with the reference of the previous face or the plane. Okay, this face or plane will define what the shape will be created, and that point will define where is that plane location. Okay, it should not be a face, it should be a point. The point can be created with the help of a point command from here or a point from the sketch also. Okay, just click OK and the new plane will be created like that. The next option is you can select an edge like that and some other edge with the help of control, and you will see a plane will be created around two edges like that. Okay, you can also select some points, like I can select this point and this point, and it will ask for the third point also. It require a third point also. You can also create with the help of 2 points. You can also create with the help of 3 points. So 3 point is the best option to choose. Okay, you can just select first point, second point, and the third point like that, and you can also create a plane. Okay, if you don't have these edges, you can simply just create 3 points. So the next option, that is right now, till now we have created some plane with some references according to the point or edge or the face. Now if you want to create a plane at an angle, how can you create with the help of an angle so that you can define the angle also? So first you have to select a plane or a face. Second you have to select an edge like that. Now you will see there is an angular option. You can change the angle of the plane. Okay. If I remove this one, if I select this one, okay, so the angle will be in this direction like that. If I select the edge, okay, so this edge cannot be selected, like you can see these edges cannot be selected. So edges should be like this one. These all four edges can be selected. Okay, so these are the options to define a plane at an angle. You can select this one and now you can select this, and there will be the plane at an angle like that. Here, how to create a plane at an angle. Select a face, select an edge, and you can create that. So here we have some other options. So I need a plane at an angle of 45 degrees. So go to the plane, select a plane like that and select the axis. You will get an angular option. You can see now at an angle like that. Okay, define the angle you need. I need that angle to be 135, and it is created like that. Click OK. and there is the plane at an angle. Yes, these are the options in the plane that you can create plane. Along the axis, I have created that along the axis. You can just select two axes, like go to the plane, select this axis, press control, select this axis, the plane can be created along the axis. Okay, remove this one, I want this one axis, it can be along that. You can choose two edges, two axes, two faces, two points, like that. So next we have how to create the axis. If you don't have any axis, suppose I want an axis around somewhere here. So go to the axis. Now you have to select the face or plane where you want axis. Now you will see the axis will be normal to that face. Okay, the plane. You can select two references like that, and the location can be defined and just move it anywhere you want. Okay, if you go to this view, you can see the axis can be anywhere. You have to just define the location, and the axis will be created like that. I want that axis to be somewhere here. Click OK, and the axis can be created like that. Okay, so you can select the plane and define. Go to the axis, select this one, and you can see at the intersection there can be an axis again. For the new axis, I want to create an axis at the intersection of this one and this one. You can see the axis can be created down there. Okay, if you want to create at this one and this one, the axis will be created on that surface. Okay, so these are the types in which you can create the axis. Here, how can you create the axis? The next option is point. If you want to create a point, there are some options. Point, you can just create the point at any face. Just define the location from here or go to the right click, offset references, select the references like that, and you can create a point at any location like that. Okay, you can create multiple points like that, like that, like that. So I have selected multiple points. You can see points are there. Define the references. Okay, so right click, offset reference, define the reference like that, and everything will be defined in a single place. In this way, you can define your references like that. It's okay, and the points will be there. You can see in a single option there are multiple points here, 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 4 points. Okay. If you want to create some different points, you can just click and create the point on the new location like that. Click OK, and so there is a new point EMP4. You can see we have multiple points here. That is different point ID this one, and this is EMP4. This is a single point. Clear? If you have any question in the point, you can ask. Okay. So next option is offset coordinate system. So we have to define some coordinates. So I'm not going to define that right now. I can define that from here. Some references need to be defined here. From the coordinates, you can specify x, y, and z coordinates. Suppose I want a coordinate at x that is 100 and y that is 0 and b, that is also I need the height to be at the point of 200. Okay, you can see this is the coordinate that we have created at some point, at some location with the help of coordinate system. You can add a point like that. I want a new point at 200 with x, with y 50, and with b that is 200 again. So there will be the second point. Click OK, and the 2 points will be created according to the points, reference points. Here, any question in the point? Okay. So after that, we have a coordinate system. If you need to create a coordinate system like we have created in the turtle bank, the coordinate system can be created from here. Just define the location where you need the coordinate system and define the references like x and y where you need them. Okay, this is the coordinate system like there. Click OK, and the coordinate system can be created. Okay, just define the relation. Everything in this Creo software can be defined with some two offset references in the point in the coordinate. Just click define the plane, go to the offset references, define two references like that. And the point can be created or the coordinate can be created at that location. Okay. So after that, the last option we are going to cover is the curve. So in that we are just going to use the 2 points, not from the equation, not from the cross section, just the 2 points. Okay, everything else will be covered in the training that we are going to start from first two. So that training will have some advanced syllabus in that, and in that we will also cover these commands. Okay, like surfacing, like sheet metal, like weldment. Different training have different modules. Okay, so in this training, we have just covered the solid modeling and some references up to simple 2 points curve. So 2 point curve means you have to select some point from where you want to create a curve like this one. Select the point you want to create. Now you can see here is the spline. You can also select the straight line. You can also select the spline. In 2 points, both options will have same result. But if you add another point like that, now you can see the difference. This is the spline. This is the straight line. Okay. From here, I also want the straight line. You can see the straight line effect also. So I want to use the line here also. This is the curve. I want to create some further points like that. This one, this one. Okay. So add point, and after that you can select this one. Okay. You can now select multiple points like that. In this way, you can create your feature or your curve according to your needs. Okay, if you want to remove any point, you can delete that. Or if you have selected this one, you can move it up or down. Suppose I want to first select this point after this point. Now you can just select this one and click it here. Now you can see this point is moved up. So after that, this point was selected. If you want to move another point, you can do that. Suppose I want to again change, I can just click here and this point will be moved after this point. Okay, so these are the options. You can do that. Click OK, and here we have a curve. This curve can be used to create a sweep also, like that. To create the shape you want to complete it. Okay, we have lost a command from here. So right click, go to the complete, and here is the shape. Okay, you can create a shape like that with the help of curve. Okay. So these are the options. If you have any question, you can ask. If you have any question related to previous session, you can ask them also. Okay. Yeah, but you have to just create the parts only. You just don't have to create the assembly, just create the parts only. Assembly assignment. I think this is the sixth lecture.
सर सर 60 है 6 है.
Okay, this is the sixth lecture.
Yeah, this is sixth one, sir.
Okay. So this was the fifth. We have been given. So where did you get the sixth assignment? Okay. So in this, you have to create only the parts, this one and this one. You don't have to create the assembly. The assembly we will cover in the eighth part or the seventh. Okay. From the next classes. I think from Monday you will have the classes on daily basis. You will get the notification in the group. Since,
But Monday is not the class Tuesday, na class.
yes, but I think it will be going to schedule every day. I don't know. You will get the notification in the group. I heard it is going to be daily now. Okay, you will get the notification if there is any change. You get the notification there. Okay, so next option we have is someone is asking about the tool feature. So you want to create something in. So when you create an extrude, okay, there is the option you can sketch. You can create that. This one. Okay. Clear? My voice is not clear. Break is my voice breaking. Hello. Can you hear me?
हेलो.
Yeah. Is my voice
सर
breaking?
आपकी वॉइस सर या सर आप आपकी वॉइस कभी डाउन हो जाती है, कभी हाई हो जाती है सर. प्रॉपर नहीं आ पा रही है वॉइस.
So everyone is facing this problem or some people?
Now it's clear, sir.
Okay. Okay. Actually, I'm using headphone. Maybe sometimes the mic go far away. Okay. So any other question? Someone asked about the pin feature. This is the type you can apply simply from extrude and go to here. This is the second sketch option from here. Create it from here. Okay. So we have covered every command from the solid modeling. If you have any question, please ask. Okay. So we have the sixth
सर
assignment here. Yes.
सर कैन वी कॉपी एनी स्केच ऑन अनदर प्लेन?
Copy. You can just copy anything. Control C, Control V. You can do that. So I'm going to use pentagon here, like this one. Click OK. So select Control C. OK. Now I want to create on another sketch. So go to the sketch, press Control V and define where you want to place. Click on that location. You can see that this sketch is again here. Click OK.
Okay, sir.
You can copy and paste. Control C, Control V can work every time.
Okay.
So in the sixth drawing, sixth assignment, we have some questions. We have to create this one, and here we have some patterns, some axis patterns, and we have this feature. You have to apply. You have to create these changes, these flanges with the help of pattern, axis pattern, and we have these options. Individually, you have to create every part. So here we have this shape. We have to create this one and this shape. Just create everything. And here we have also the pattern option. Okay. So I think they are not so difficult to create. In this drawing, you have some option like this one 1.6, and you have some here H7. So these are the tolerances. Just don't use the tolerance. Just create with the value dia 36 or dia 14 or dia 28. Don't use H7 and this plus minus 2. Okay, these are tolerances. You don't have to assume here. Tolerances are provided for the manufacturing, not to create the model. Okay, in the software we can create the exact model. So if you have any question, okay, rib command. Solid joining option. This is a solid. Everything is joined. If you want to create a separate, you can do that. It will be by default created as a separate body. Like if you create something here, there's some different distance. It is a separate body. Fusion 360 is a different option, different approach. That software has merged everything. Assembly and part are in same module. In here in Creo you have different modules. Part here, assembly here. In Fusion everything is created in a single sheet. Okay. Okay. So first we are going to use a rib command. So there are two types of rib you can create. First I'm going to create here with this option, that is profile type. So in profile type you have to create a line like that and click OK and flip the direction of the material, define the thickness you need. I want to create only single side. You can see this can be created. If I create to the other side, you can see there is no material behind this feature. That's why it was not able to create. And here in this direction we have the material. So this is the rib in the profile. If you want to create a trajectory rib, just create a hollow feature like that. Okay. So create a sketch here or go to the rib, go to the trajectory, select the face and create the sketch. I want to create some lines. You can create the lines at an angle also like that. I'm going to create a circular entity at the intersection. I'm going to trim the internal entities like that. Okay, click OK. So the thickness will be defined like that. Click OK and there is the rib. If you want to apply some draft, there is the draft option. You can apply the draft. Go to the shape, check the angle. I want that draft to be like 5 degrees. If you want to apply some fillet downside, you can see there are fillets in the downside. If you want to apply the fillet at the upper part, you can select it from here and it will be created like that. So there are two options. First is two tangent. So this will be tangent. If you want to specify any value, click here. And the value can be specified now. I want that to be 3. You can see the fillet is flat of the radius 3. Yes. Okay. Now it will take some time to regenerate and there is the fillet. Okay. So next option, next question is circular pattern and inclined hole. So to create an inclined hole, you have to create extrude option. Okay. Create a circle like that. Okay, and the flip side, no material, and the hole will be created like that, like this. Uh, and make it inclined. Okay, we have some option in the SolidWorks, but in this, if you want to create a hole like that, just create a line at the incline. So if you want that, just going to create everything like that. So I need a plane from here in here. I want to create an inclined cut. So select that, create a sketch, or I want to create it like this one. Okay, go to the sweep and define the sketch. I want it to be a circular shape. Click OK, remove the material, and this is the inclined cut. Okay, in SolidWorks we have some options. We can select the type to incline. There is some option that is called the direction vector. Okay, this one. So I'm going to create a new option here. So in the top view, I'm going to create a sketch, rectangular sketch like that, and create a line. You can create the extrude in this direction, but to make it inclined, we don't have any option right. Okay. So in here, we don't have any option. It will be straight in the direction. You can create it with the help of sweep, and it will be at the inclined angle. In SolidWorks, we have this option to add an angle so that it can be created at some angle. The next option is circular pattern. So for that, we have this one. We have this object here. Select the object, pattern, go to the axis. Now you have to select the axis. So every circular entity has an axis. So select that. We have some number of items. You can change that. Just click here on this button and the angle will be divided equally from 360, or if you want to divide them some other angle, I want them to be divided from 180. If OK, you will see they will be at 10 equal. Okay, if you want to flip the direction, they will be in upper side, and if you want to divide them from 360, they will be created like this. Okay, any other question? Is there any question? Okay, if in whole command we have the incline option. In whole we can make it inclined according to the whole orientation. I thought you were asking about in extrude command. In hole, we have the option to make it inclined, like I want to incline it at an angle. So create an axis where you want to make it inclined. I want to make it inclined according to this one. So this is the line. So now create a hole on the face where you want. Define the orientation on here and here. Okay. Define the values. I want that to be okay. I've not selected this one. So this will be 0 and this will be at distance of 70. The diameter will be. This is the hole. I want it to be at an angle. So there is the option in the hole orientation and select the axis or the edge or the line, and the hole will be aligned to that reference. So this is the inclined side. You can select an axis also. Okay. In hole we have the command, but in the extrude we don't have that command. Okay. If you have any questions, please ask, or else the session is complete for the day. Okay, thank you very much. And for the next session, you will see the notification in your group. If you have any question, please ask in the group. Thank you. Okay, wait a second. I have to take the attendance first. Don't leave the class right now. First, I have to take the attendance. Okay, you can leave now.